G'day everyone, T-Nick back in Transport Fever on the American free game map. The fact that that signal went from red to green says, yep, there's a train coming. Called it, nailed it. I once again positioned myself here to get a dramatic shot of one of our new trains, and we got photobombed by one of the old ones. Just as an aside, if I happen to disappear and you hear the sound of a chair hitting the floor and a grown man running down a corridor, that's because we've had a couple of thunderstorms around and it's happening again, and there's likely rain coming in through every single available window. Whoops, I forgot to turn off all those stupid... Yep, let's get rid of them, they're just distracting as hell. And Road Vehicle 276 is having a bit of a sook as well. But yeah, so to avoid rain coming into my home, I may disappear at some point. Hey, there's 3830 all the way over there. Let's go look at that too. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive looking beast. Oh, another cross shot, here we go. Yeah, so eventually we're going to swap you guys out for electric trains, but not just yet. And when we do, we'll be sure to redeploy everyone on other lines, because how could we say no to this beautiful train? And that beautiful train. I mean, we've already got plenty of these, so it should be fairly easy to find a home for you. Now, the first thing I wanted to do today was just a nice quick little trip down here to Midland, because people can't actually get to this station unless they live within walking distance, because the bus drops you off down at this station and, well, it's just not going well for anyone. So what I want to do is I want to rejig the bus route. I want to have it extend up and around this part of town here. If they want to get to this station here, they can just walk from one of these bus stops that'll be positioned at either end here, and they can come in through this entrance. Obviously, this entrance here will continue to serve the bulk of the city. So let's have a look. What route are you guys on? In fact, where are you guys all going? I really built this route back to front, didn't I? God, this is a very inefficient route, and I'm just going to be done with a lot of it, I think. We will set up counterclockwise and clockwise routes as well. In fact, but the fact that I put all the bus stops on one side of the street makes me think that's the problem. Yes, clearly everyone is just back to front because I've put the bus stop on the wrong side of the street. So, you know, just continuing that tradition that I'm known for of just high quality game playing and professionalism. Bullshit. Sorry, I got a bit of a frog in my throat there. So delete all stops, please. Let's just start from scratch. Start up here, please, and head down here. Stopping off at Spring Street, William Street, Elm Street, whatever that street's called, Hill Street. Ironically, there is no hill there. And that should be the full circle around town there. And then we'll just call you clockwise, because you're actually going clockwise. I know, it makes sense, doesn't it? Very good. And now what we also need to do is go ahead and set up another route going in the other direction, which will obviously be anti-clockwise, or anti-social, depending on your point of view. So send them around that way. That should be fine. And it is Midland City, a circle, anti-clockwise. And we'll go ahead and buy him some buses at the local road vehicle maintenance depot. Ooh, that's a new bus. I didn't even notice that get invented. That looks fancy. Let's buy some of them. Let's buy 4. That'll do. And we'll send them out on the Midland City Circle anti-clockwise, which I'm sure will rocket to popularity because the other line is using these open-topped Daimler thingies. These things. Look at them with their stupid open roof. And yeah. I mean, I'm sure they were very nice when we introduced them, but let's be honest, how old are they now? 16 years. Okay, so they're not really worth replacing, but I'll line it up for replacement anyway, just because, well, it's not like we're short on cash, and it'll keep a consistent fleet across the network. So where are our new buses? Well, they've all disappeared down the side streets. Hello. Now that is a contemporary bus I can get by. Oh, you're supposed to drive past the camera, you git. Okay, let's try again. Let's just get some nice welcome to the network bus footage. That's some good cornering there, friend. Well done. Yeah, so hopefully that should help people get up to this bus stop here. And let's be honest, if they're too lazy to walk between the two stations, they can walk down there and get the bus around, if they really want to. Importantly, both of these are in the catchment area for each other, so people can walk between them to change trains. And at some point, I might even be convinced to remove this station and rebuild a newer one sort of over in this area somewhere to facilitate better interchanging. But okay, well, the southwestern branch has really taken off, and considering these things have a capacity of about 12 each, we should probably look at upgrading that as well. How are you doing at the other end of the line there, friend? How many people are waiting here? 21. Okay, so we don't want to go crazy, but it probably wouldn't hurt us to put another couple of little buses on. What depot would you want to come out of? We had a depot up here, and I removed it. Nice. Yeah, good work. Okay, let's find a depot pointing in vaguely the right direction. Just build them there. In fact, we've got this nice depot over here at Laredo. Let's just go ahead and buy some of them here. Let's have a look. What do we got? There they are. M300. So until we get some other sort of rail bus thing, I don't want to put a full-on train because it'll just lose money. So let's just buy another 2 there and send them on the, what did we call it? The southwestern branch, I want to say. I think that's what it's called. We're not going to check. We're just going to send them out and hope for the best. Old Midland Station. Yep, that was right. Good. Nailed it. Good. Everything going according to plan. And, yeah, a rare shot, if you will, of one of these little self-propelled diesel bus thingies cruising along a bit of line that they would not normally run on. Because they don't live in this part of the world. Because they have a capacity of 13 for some reason. Yet this bus we just built has a capacity of, hang on, let's just have a look. Where's the bus? There's a bus, which is, you will agree, significantly smaller, capacity of 11. So either we're cramming more people in there than we should, or we have plenty of room in those self-propelled diesel railcar thingies that we're not making use of. Now, something else I said I was going to work on and promptly forgot about, if the game will hold together enough for me to cross the map. Wow, that's a lot of everything that's waiting down here, isn't it? Well, this grain train's been a victim of its own success already. He's making money too. Good for him. Yeah, you go, buddy. It probably is worth upgrading you to a full-size train at this point because, well, let's be honest, you're fighting a losing battle with the amount of grain being produced here. So that's something I'd like to look at. Let's have a look. What are we going here? This is not the reason I came over here, by the way. This is just a convenient. Oh, look at that. There's a ton of grain waiting. Let's get locomotives. Let's have a look. We're just limited to steam for now. I don't think we have any good diesels yet. No. Let's see. We'll probably just go on Mikado again because everything else is sort of German or European or something. So we'll go on Mikado. And how long do we build this station? I can never remember. How many wagons are you? You are 24 wagons. Good. Let's get 24 grain wagons. Freight wagons. Diddly diddly dee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. We can watch the countdown appear down here. That makes it a lot easier. We'll rocket that up to 24. No, that's 25. One job. Count to 24, and you knackered it. And is the caboose under passenger? No, it's just under MISC. So it should be here somewhere. Assuming we can still even build it. Hello? There it is. There's the caboose. There you go. Just because I like the aesthetic. Yeah, so the diesel experiment, what a nice idea that was, but seriously, are you only doing like 15 k's now? 40, okay. You're very slow. You're going the way of the dinosaurs. Because, yeah, I don't really want to put more trains on because, as you can see, there's a bit of a backlog. So you're one of the fuel/oil trains. You're doing a good job. You're stuck behind one of these guys, the Boston Interstate Freight. Yeah, it's a very busy section of track, let's be honest. But no, the reason I came down here is, and I promised you at the start or the end or midway through, one of the other parts, I said some stuff about some things. And that was improving this this first route that we began with. Because we really only need to increase this station and this station, to the length of this one, and we can run longer, heavier trains instead of more frequent trains. And let's be honest, we've got the market for it. So, how big a station did we build here? Oh, the big boy's been invented. That sounds exciting. I don't think we have anywhere to use it. Oh, the steel train. We can use it on the steel train. God, that thing's our testing ground for everything. Yeah, Boston Central. How big is that? Oh, of course, it's going to make me guess because for some reason the no, that's fine, autosave. No, I just wanted to move this over here because of course the game hasn't remembered how big anything is. That's fine. So let's see, it's 4 tracks. Yeah, that's way too short. So how long did we build this? Was it 400 meters? No. Okay. Was it 360 meters? 320 meters? Okay, apparently it was 320 meters. So we need to go ahead and make this station 320 meters. And we'll have to hit the old pause button for that. Boom. Now, this may take a big chunk out of the hill, or it may just refuse to build, in which case we'll have to rebuild this whole section here. So that's not ideal. So 200 plus 120. What's that going to do for me? That'll actually fit. Oh, no, it won't. Unable to line terrain. Okay. Let's just go ahead and see if we can sort of fudge that a bit. Okay, I think we fudged that a lot. And it's still unable to line terrain. What are you complaining about? Yeah, I know I've broken you. That's fine. Okay, so you're unable to line terrain. I'm assuming you also can't join up to the road because of where we've moved the station building to. So let's go ahead. Now it's tiny street. We want dirt road. There we go. Let's go ahead and just sort of move this a bit. See if we can fit it in there. Is that better? Too much slope. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely having an issue with the road. How are you going with the unable to line terrain? Okay, so you're still unhappy about that. So what we're going to have to do is bodgy this all back off here. Bye-bye. Get rid of all that. Yeah, take it right back. And just see if we can fit a station in sort of anywhere around here. Okay, so we can fit one in there. Not there. Okay. We can fit one in there. Let's move the street connection, or rather have an additional one at that end, and get rid of the overhead wires too, because we don't need those. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so that should still connect up to the oil rig thingy, where the oil comes from. Where does the oil come from? Oil hole in the ground? Of course that's not going to work. That'd be too much to ask. Okay, back that off. Try and bring that down to that level, and then try and bring that back up to that level. A bit of a weird intersection, but it's probably the only way we're going to get this to work, and then we'll just fix up our little indiscretion here. Yeah, it's just like a politician covering it up, so hopefully no one notices. Yeah, and we'll just put a little bit of road in here so it looks pretty. Now, we've got to somehow get this track down there. I'm sure that's going to be child's play. Oh god, no it's not. It is awful. Okay. Oh, why did I click the tick? I meant to click the X. Okay, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. We could get rid of that through the magic of editing, but that would be dishonest, and I'm not dishonest. Well, not about this anyway. So with a bit more of a run up, there we go. That's a bit smoother, and yeah, we'll have to politicianerize the rest of that landscape there as well, just to fix up our little whoopsie. So bring that up there, and then hopefully you will connect up nice and smooth-ish, close enough, and we can put fancy signals in too, because I do like a fancy signal. So drop a couple in on the hill there, and drop another couple down by the bridge. We can probably get rid of these pokey old semaphores too, especially as they're German, and this is Murica. Yeah, good. Okay, excellent. Now, we need to upgrade the fuel refinery, and then we good. So this one should be fairly straightforward. Again, I'll probably have to bulldoze the station because I don't want to mess with this end of it. We'll rejig the road connection down here, or move it over here, and then we'll just have to move the junction probably closer down here somewhere. In fact, we might even make that junction with the passenger line just to take the heat off. No, I guess it won't make much difference because everything's all going to clog up over here anyway. Either way, let's go ahead and get the old bulldozer tool out. It's a favourite of mine. Get rid of this set of crossovers here. Bye-bye. Dunzo. And go ahead and rebuild the station. And hopefully we haven't broken everything. So let's have a look. We want left. We want none. No, we had that right the first time. Now I've just completely gotten rid of all the street connections. Is that what we wanted? That's what we wanted. Okay, and we need to line that up with 2 tracks. In fact, we probably don't even need that second street connection down there because we're not really moving it very far. So go 2 tracks here, please. Yep. Snap it in. Make it happen. Connect this road up here. No, connect it up so it looks slightly more attractive. That's not on the cards. Okay, we'll just make it ugly. And then we'll go ahead and build a bit of track down here. Will you snap? You don't want to snap. Okay. You'll snap straight ahead. That's not what I wanted, but it's something. And then we'll go ahead and move the junction down here. What are we looking at? About 50, 55, 56? I can live with that. I can make my peace with that. And the junction's ugly. Good to know. Good. That's good. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted. No, we'll try and keep them going parallel, because that way the junction will be even and flat and smooth and, nice. All these adjectives in the English language, and I had to go with nice, possibly one of the most boring and bland, inoffensive words in existence. But I do want a nice junction. So a nice junction is what I get, I guess. Yes, there we go. That's much nicer. I said it again. Let's go drop that down, get a thesaurus, drop that down there, get rid of these, and learn English better. Yeah, good. Wonderful. And this gives us just a bit of room for trains. So if there are 2 oil trains going in the same direction, they're not actually going to sort of block up this this other line down here. While we wait, we don't need that to be a one-way signal anymore, so we'll replace it with electric signals because they look prettier. What are you complaining about? Why are you being fussy? Okay, so when you're coming through in this direction, we need you to use platform number 2. Oh, it's as if that sort of fixed all of our problems. And it did. Cool. Good stuff. That's fantastic. Now we can finally upgrade these trains because, yeah, they're getting a bit long in the tooth. Okay, well, not this one. Okay, maybe we did upgrade the trains and I just forgot about it. Yes, okay, so I definitely did upgrade the trains. I thought they were still old and decrepit, but we did want to lengthen them. So, you know, that was kind of what all this work was. Where were the old oil trains? Oh, no, that was... I said I was going to get back to fixing this line, and I fixed the line that didn't need to be fixed. Well, now that we've done the work, we may as well go ahead and replace you guys with a longer train, eh? Yep, let's see. How many vehicles do we have on this line? We got 4. So, you are currently 18 wagons for 240 metres, and we've gone up to 320. So, let's just go ahead and add on a few more oil tankers there, shall we? Bring it up to about 300. That's too many. And we do need to put the obligatory caboose on, because that's how I roll now. 310 metres, that's okay. That's going to give me an increase in capacity for 6 million. Why not? Cool. Excellent. So hopefully everyone's going to be happy down there. Are you going to upgrade immediately? Because you're already at the station? Yeah? Yeah? No, you're just going to leave. Okay, cool. But yeah, so, as I was saying, I wanted to upgrade the oil trains, and I did. Just, I upgraded the wrong ones. It was this one up here we needed to work on, and of course that involves rebuilding this whole junction here. So isn't that going to be fun for everyone? No! Well, you're going to sit through and endure it anyway. Also, you guys aren't hauling any fuel at the moment. Is that because we're not transporting enough, or where's our first oil train? You've just unloaded, so you should have unloaded fuel. Oh well. But we'll make it a bigger train anyway. Now, this is definitely going to require some bulldozing. So we'll smash that aside, and we are going to have to rejig pretty much this entire section of track here. So we're going to get rid of everything here, and we're going to start again, because it's probably the only way we can make this work. And I'm going to get rid of this road too, because it angered me in a past life, and I've never come to terms with it. I don't know, probably. Now, we need to make sure it's got... I pointed at the screen again. We've got to make sure we've got coverage of the oil well here. Now, I'm going to go for 400 metres right off the bat, even though we're probably not going to be able to fit that in at the refinery. Or here, for that matter. We do need that second street connection, though. That's the wrong end. So that we can get... Yeah, come on. Yeah, just if we put it here... No, we're still out of range of the oil well. Of course we are. Oh, hang on. You had it for a second there. Yes, okay. We may have to move the truck stop somewhat. Which is fine. I can do that. We have the technology. I think it's forgotten where the different truck stops were, so that could be confusing. Move the truck stop around, say, here. Oh, no, it's remembered where the station is. That's fine. Oh, good. I thought we'd lost that forever. And we want to sort of put this in parallel to... Yeah, okay, so we need to put a little bit of track in here, just so we can parallel it to the main line, which means this road is now going to get demolished for the second time. Now, you should snap in on that track. Unable to align terrain. Well, that makes sense. So move the street connection down there. How about now? Yeah, you happy with that? Okay. Yeah, autosave's gonna do its thing. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I can wait. There we go. Now, if we connect the road up here, obviously this should be well within range of the, and it is. Good. Excellent. So we've sorted that out. We've got ourselves a new station. We just need to sort of bodgy the road a bit. No, don't go up. Go down. We just need to connect you up down here. And it's actually going to go straight by the front door anyway. You know what? I don't hate that. I like this nice little cutting-y thing here. and let's just politicianise everything that we've done so far to sort of ease the burden on society that we've become with our environmental destruction. The downside is we are going to have to bodgy a lot more track out here to actually get everything to line up correctly. But you know what? We've got the money. We'll make it work. So bring these tracks down like this, please. That's good. Don't know why I'm not building high-speed tracks. I kind of should be because they're new tracks. There we go. Yeah, let's bring this all the way back towards the junction, I reckon. We'll rebuild it straight and flat, and yeah, try and keep the line speed up as fast as possible for our more modern passenger trains. So how's that going to go? 300 k's now the whole way. I'm okay with that. When we do start running faster passenger trains, that's one section of the line we don't have to worry about. Boom, look at that, isn't that nice? Now I would like to have sort of a waiting siding here so a train can get off the main line and wait if one's already turning around here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag that down like that. And then of course for aesthetic purposes we're going to upgrade this to concrete, just because it looks slightly prettier. Now I'm going to need to make sure there's plenty of room here for a train to wait. So we probably want to make sure we've got enough track that's the length of the station. So a little bit more. That's probably enough. That should be fine. And then have that come off down here. 60 odd k's an hour. Yeah. There we go. 300. The main thing is it's 300 straight ahead as well, because we don't want to go mucking with that because it'll slow down our passenger trains. So now we whack a signal in here, like that. And then we whack a couple of signals in here at the junction for the other trains. So there and there. Obviously we'll need a couple of signals here for the passenger trains, and then down the hill. And whoops, no, we already had some here. We can just remove those. Make them disappear. Bye. Good stuff. Nope, that's stations, you dummy. Go back to signals, because you built all this track down here without any. And you probably need some. So go ahead and put another couple down there. And we could probably stick with some in the middle here as well. Fantastic. What are we doing down here? Yeah, no, this should be fine. The existing junction's okay. I do want to revisit this whole Y junction here because the Minneapolis freights are coming around the corner here, but we'll sort out this oil route first because this is actually the one we're supposed to be sorting out, not that other red herring one further down the line. And it's a good thing I make sure trains can do 300 here because they're sure as hell not going to do 300 here. So, you know, that was well thought out as usual. But yeah, okay, so we're aiming for 400 metres if we can get it. Now, you drop off oil and fuel here, don't you? How big is this station? Because I'm sure as hell not rebuilding this. 320 metres. Could we go 400? We could probably rejig this. I just don't want to. No, we'll leave it for now. We'll build a 320 metre train, but I reckon we could go 400. I just remember how stressful it was dealing with this bridge, and why would you put a house there? You're impeding on my railway line with your shitty house. You guys aren't doing great either. Yeah, they're on the naughty list. Also, why would you want to live here? Your front yard is the bridge. You don't have a driveway or anything. You can't get out onto the footpath. Transport fever logic, I tell you. Now, how big of a station do we build here? How big are you? You are 240 metres, because that's a perfectly arbitrary number. Why not 320 like some of the other ones we've built? So we can go ahead and bulldoze and rebuild this because the street connection is here. We'll just have to once again rejig this section here. We never ended up using that coal mine for anything, so I'm just going to bulldoze that. And then we're just going to fix that up there. So this should be fairly straightforward. Get rid of this track here. Actually got rid of the through track, kind of didn't mean to, but well, what's done is done, can't be undone. Get rid of all this. Yeah, bye-bye. We're not going to need any of this anymore. Bye-bye. Yeah, get rid of that. We're not going to need that either. Back it all the way back to this level crossing, please. Fantastic, because I basically want to go straight shot, level crossing, down to the new station. Now, let's go ahead and bulldoze this fella, and see if we can squeeze another one in. And again, we'll go 400 metres, because, well, you know, just in case. Now, can we fit you in there? We can. Now, we want to have a slight curve at the end, I think. Yes, because that steam trail over there is where the other train is. So is that gonna work for us? Is that gonna do what we need it to do? I think it is. I'm quite okay with this. Make it happen. That looks great. That was surprisingly deceptively easy. I don't know how I got away with that. So build that track in there. Which track direction is that? That is... I don't even know why that track exists. Is that for coal trains that we never ended up building? You know, I'll leave it there just in case we end up needing it again, but... yeah, that's kind of silly. Now from here, I want you to come up and connect with this. Okay, you're going to be difficult. From the level crossing, I want you to come down here and connect with that. Fantastic. And then this one, obviously, is going to have to snap to that and then do the same thing. Connect up down here, and yep, okay, I thought you were going to be difficult. Construction not possible? What's not possible about it? It's very possible. You're full of shit. There we go. And is that... yeah, I thought that'd be ugly as hell. Racking, fracking, level crossing, fracking, racking, being difficult. No, just what? Why? Okay, well, just no. We're just gonna get rid of the whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Try again. See, construction very possible. Oh, and then we just draw the road back across again because we can. Medium country road apparently is the order. No, construction is not possible once again. I'm really getting used to seeing that. There we go. Knock that off, and then we should be able to reconnect these two with a minimum of fuss. Seriously, what's with the speed hump at my level crossing? I don't want a speed hump level crossing. I don't want my trains janking around every time they go on and off roads. That's a bit better. That's a lot smoother. There we go. That's better. It's not a speed hump. It's a speed hump on this side now. Excuse me. Sorry, coming through. Fixing everything. And it's not like we actually sit here and watch the trains, because that'd be weird. But, you know, it's just nice that they run smoothly. Good. Probably should replace all the signals I just demolished because, yeah, we have a grand total of none on this line now. That was probably an oversight when I built it. I kind of forgot to put any signals down. Don't act surprised. I know you're not. Don't protect my feelings, trust me. Bring these down here, a couple more signals here, and yeah, we'll set this up as if we were going to use that transit track, but let's be honest, I really don't think we're ever going to use that because, well, the only other thing we'd be running through here is, I guess, passengers from here, but they run across this way. Oil from here, but actually we could probably road haul that oil in here and load it on the existing trains. And even if we did, we wouldn't use the transit track because that would want to stop here. So there's that. Now let's look at a update for this decrepit old train, because these are the guys I meant to update last time. Get the route up. What's complaining? What's your problem? Oh, one of your stations is confused, isn't it? Yes, you're trying to go through the same platform again. So this one, platform 2. There you go. Why do you even stop here going back again? What are you possibly bringing back here that's... Why did I have that set up like that? Just get rid of that. In fact, we can make the transit track for you going back that way, really. Let's just leave it for now and come back to that in the future, he says, pretending. We don't need you to full load at, hang on, Gainesville North. Oh, we'll keep the full load orders in because we can. Nashville Annex, we'll have you full load there just to try and get some more oil out of here because these guys have, again, stopped producing. And I'm not sure why. Now, we want to upgrade these trains and we want more of them. And we want 320 metres of replacement train. So show me the Mikado. That is a tried and true model of train. Show me freight wagons. Show me tank cars. And show me a lot of them. Let's just go ahead and get as close to 320 metres as possible. 310, that's pretty close. And then we're going to find the caboose. How do you feel about that being under 320 metres? You feel pretty bad about it. Well, ditch a wagon then. 310, that'll do. Good, okay. Now, vehicles. No, we had it. We had replace all. 43 million. You know what? 322? Don't even care. It's like nothing to me. Good, okay. Now, they should be replaced. And I want to chuck another couple on there because, you know, I mean, we're producing a lot of fuel down here, or potentially, and not doing much with it. So I'm probably going to revisit this station and turn it into a bit of a fuel hub and try and send the fuel at least over to Lakewood, if not everywhere else, and really try and spread the fuel out across the map. Because at the moment, it's really only getting delivered to Columbia and Gainesville, I think. And that's assuming actually... Oh, that's why he's stopping here to pick up fuel. Yes, I remember now. Yes. Of course, because he's picking up fuel to bring it back, so he's not running empty. Yes. I am good at remembering what I've done. Eventually. Now, that was the coal station. So you, sir, look at this poor old thing. He's still working hard despite his age. I think I just heard something blow over in the next room too. So, you know, that's always what you want to hear. But yeah, so we've upgraded them. We should probably go buy some more too. Where's a depot that's not completely inconvenient to this line? Right here. That was convenient. Okay, so show me a Mikado. And show me a lot of tank wagons. Like, I mean a lot of tank wagons. Like, we want to go right up there with a lot of... That's way too many. Okay, no, take some back. But, you know, I'm fairly happy with what we've got at this present time. So we'll go a total of 5 trains. So not only have they gotten longer, faster, and heavier, snigger, they are now going to... we want the depot window open still. They are now going to, improve capacity even more by having more trains. Now, that was crude, whatever that one was. It was going in the right direction. So, as is tradition, even though the lighting is shit down here, and there's 50 million overhead wiring structures in the way, we have to watch our train emerge onto the network from, let's say, this vantage point. Come on, mate, Christmas is coming, and I know it's only January. Well, it's only January when I'm recording this anyway, but Christmas is still coming, and so are you, and I'd rather you get here before then. Why does it look weather beaten if it's a brand new end? Oh, you know what, don't question these things. Oh no, you're blocking this poor old girl. Oh, what about Boston Interstate Freighters? That is one of the other things I wanted to fix up in this episode, because this train is now hauling a heck of a lot more freight. And we have been replacing them with the Mikados as required, which is fine. You know, but these guys are all about to show up as old trains as well. And I was thinking, instead of the Mikados, well, you're 20 years old, okay. I was thinking maybe we go electric, because we've already got the electric corridor running all the way down to Boston. It's only going to be a short hop to extend it down here. Now, of course, then we have to extend it all the way up here. No, you know what? No. Cancel that. Making them electric is going to be way too much effort. I thought if it was only down to here, we could get away with it. But no, I've just realised we'd have to come up into this mess. And then we're just electrifying way too much of the network. No. So what I will do is go ahead and replace these 4 veterans with Mikados as well before we lose the ability to build them. And at 12 million a pop, that is money well spent. So let's just make that happen. Off you go, guys. Boom. Bring the line back up. How are you doing financially? Yeah, you're doing pretty well. 5.84 million so far this year. 6.7 million. Last year was a bit dicey, but, you know, we're just putting more and more freight onto this route. So, you know, I think it's going quite well. That is a lot of grain. Did we not fix that with another grain train? Where is that other grain train? Is he caught in the quagmire that is the junction over here? He is. How big is this station again? 400 metres? How big is this station? Didn't we build this as 400 metres? How big are you? 320. Why did I not build you as 400 metres? Why do I make these decisions? Because I bet you're the new grain train. Oh, that's okay. You're going to go out and make a big dent in that, I hope. Fingers crossed anyway. Yeah, 322 metres, so you're about as long as you can be. The only thing we can do to improve that is to put a second grain train on, and I'm hesitant for obvious reasons. Now, what else did I want to look at? I wanted to fix something else, and now I've completely spaced on what it was. I think it was one of the passenger lines. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Yes, I was going to finish our line from Mount Importance to Toledo to Laredo to Visalia, and then have this one come in and turn around at Toledo. So, what we're going to have to start by doing is putting a heck of a lot more platforms down here. Oh, here comes the 3801. Are you supposed to be on this line? No, you are. That's okay. You're fine. How are you doing financially? You're doing quite poorly. So, if you could improve things, that'd be great. You're also pretty much the maximum length for this crappy little station, so we might take this opportunity to lengthen it. He says, realising that there's an awkward bridge at this end. Maybe we won't. Maybe we take this opportunity to move the station a bit down here and then have the street connection come in over here. Yeah, let's do that. Bugger off 3801. Move. Well, you're in the green now, but not by much. No, shoo. Okay, we'll just hit the fast forward button so you shoo a bit faster. Yep, come on, you can do it. Yes, okay. Because what I'm thinking is we're going to have 2 tracks coming through this way. They're going to come down this way. And hopefully you can hear that thunder in the background, because that's very exciting. Yeah, so you're going to have 2 tracks to come down to Laredo. So we want 2 platforms for that. I want to have 2 separate platforms for the line that's already coming down to Columbus, and then 2 platforms for Cincinnati. In fact, actually, the line going down to Columbus only needs 1 because we're going to turn him around here, and this connection here will be replaced with this line. So we want to go to 5 platforms. We are going to have to use the bulldozer tool, my favourite tool. Well, not my favourite tool. Wink, wink. So get rid of some of that. Get rid of some of that. Yeah, get rid of all of this. And what I want to try and do is bodge the station down here a little bit. So, how big a station are we going to build? We need the flexible station. We don't want transit tracks. In fact, we want to redo this from the ground up. So we want 5 tracks and spin it around. 400 meters is probably overkill. Just saying. We also don't want that curve at the end of it. Or do we? No, not if we're going to put the street connection down here. We don't. So, bodging him down this way. In fact, we could put the curve in at the other end. Possibly in the right direction. Okay. Hold it together, game. Hold it together. We're going to get through this together. Okay, so we want to put it somewhere like this and drop it in, say, about here. Okay, let's just have a look. What are we doing? Yes, that could work. That could work very well. We just need to back off a bit more track down here. So get rid of that. Okay, here we go. Okay, 400 meters is also too much, so we probably didn't need to get rid of that at all. So should we go 200 meters? Well, it's probably a bit short. Let's go 320. Again, when I'm asking where do I get these arbitrary numbers from, you can reference this episode. So now there's a bit of road in the way. That's curious. Well, now there's not a bit of road in the way, so we sort of solved that problem, didn't we? And this will help us, yeah, without knocking down any buildings. I want to have street connections literally everywhere else. So we'll go main, we want both, and we want left at this end. Okay, so can we fit this in here without knocking any buildings down? We can. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. Boom. Now we'll have to try and connect the road up somehow. Yeah, let's have a look. Medium Street? Are you going to be conductive to coming down here? You're not. Nor do you want to go down there. That's okay. I can live with that. That would involve taking out 2 houses. I'm not okay with that. Small Street only takes out 1. I am okay with that. I'll let the town connect this one up by themselves. And obviously this is the original station building location, so that's all hunky-dory. Should have built it as high-speed track and should have built it electrified because we're going to need both of those things moving forward. Probably. Yes, good. Okay, fantastic. Now, you, sir, and that's we've got high speed. Turn the cantenary off because we don't know what we're going to be actually attaching anything to. Now, this line here needs to come through here, and then it needs to keep going the way it was going. So, you know, that's obviously the line that's heading down towards Cincinnati. Don't want to interrupt that at all. In fact, it's going to look a bit funny squiggling around here up to the junction, but we're going to have to make it work. So the southeastern branch is broken, but the central loop-to-loop seems to have... No, it wants to go through both the platform. Yeah, okay. So on the way through going towards Cincinnati, that's the first stop out of Mount Importance. We want you to go through platform 2. That should have fixed that one. Nice. So the southeastern branch is obviously complaining. So you're not going to Mount Importance anymore. You're going to start and finish at Toledo. And you're going to start and finish at Toledo platform... Actually, we'll make that platform 2. Yes. And then we'll go ahead and divert this fella through platform 3. Yes. Get rid of the track at this end. And go ahead and run that from the bridge directly through there. Good stuff. And we'll go ahead and... Not the bulldozer. No. Yes. No. Okay. Well, we need to shunt you onto your branch line, please. No. Where have you gone? Where are you trying to go? Oh, you've just knackered it, haven't you? You couldn't have been pushed down this way, could you? You git. Ooh, there's some good thunder around now. Prepare for me to panic and run out and try and close some windows. Because you know that's going to happen. Now, what we want to do is we want to keep this sort of on the flat for now. Just because it's going to be easy to build the junction. And we want to keep this on the flat. And then we want this one to snap down here. Please. Yes. Is that going to work? Oh, hang on. Now I'm thinking about it, because what I was going to do is have this as the turn-back platform and then have the junction. But we really don't need the junction anymore because, yeah, they're separate lines. So, back all that off again. Back all that off a bit more just because I can. And let's rethink this. Let's rethink this completely. So, we send you down this way. That's fine. We can then send you up this way. That's completely fine as well. Don't need a junction. Now you, we can come out straight. Not that people generally come out as straight. Come up this way towards where the junction used to be. And then we build a nice big sweeping curve around here. And by nice, I mean it's pretty average. Let's make it more sweeping. Sweep more. Be more of a sweeping curve. That's a bit better. It's not great. I mean, it's down to 150 at the Toledo end, but it's better. That's better. Okay. Only we've connected up too many platforms. So, bodgy this off. And bring this down. Actually, we can keep that connected because, well, it's not going to matter. But yeah, we need to make sure they're all coming in and out of this platform here. So how are they doing that? 90 k's now is probably a bit much. Let's stick to about 70. That's fine. Good. So trains coming in this way will come in here, turn around and go back out again on the southeastern, northeastern, whatever line. So we need to fix up the terminals here. So you go back into 2 and you will go into 3 and that should be fine. Everyone, no, train 119 is complaining. Where is train 119? No path. Okay, turn around again. No path to Laredo. Okay. Well, keep an eye on you because you're potential trouble further down the line. Where are we? We're at Cincinnati. What are you doing over here? Oh, of course, because you can't get to Mount Importance anymore, but we've sent you to Mount Importance. So, yeah, you're going to be very unhappy in a minute, but that's okay. We'll deal with you in a minute. We'll just have to keep him open because, yeah, he is now off route. So the other line that's going to be coming through to Mount Importance will be these 2 platforms on the end here. So we're going to have a junction down by the bridge, but I'm pretty sure we can fit that in. Maybe. Yes, those are really fast points too, so that's not too bad at all. Why don't we have you come off like this just to build the junction. There we go. And then we can back this off to the crossovers. There we go. This is how we get an attractive junction. So you come up in a sweeping motion and you come down like that. Good. And that is where our new line will be coming through here. So we'll then have this line sort of obviously spear off to the south. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut through this mountain range here, but I think we can get away with it. So you go down like that. Obviously we want to snap for a little bit down here, and then you can come down here like that. Yeah, can we get any better than 90 k's now? Not really. We'll go 85 so we have room for a signal. Good. Okay, so that's our new line there. So that's fine there. And obviously we want to have a way for these trains to get through to Mount Importance just in case. Just in case we have any issues like that lost train or we redeploy trains on this line. So we'll go ahead and put, let's see, so that track would come in through this way and he would come out onto that one. That's fine. And trains going this way need to be able to access this platform. So we could just have a set of points in, say, here. Obviously, these points won't be used, but, we just have them just in case, and we'll need them to get this bloke back on his route. So that should be everyone else fine, except for this poor bugger. Yeah, okay, so you're a bit lost. So why don't we change you to the central loop-de-loop. Where are you trying to go? You're whistling a lot. You're trying to go to Toledo. Well, you're going the right direction, aren't you? Okay, we'll go to Mount Importance then. In fact, we're replacing the trains on that line with... okay, so you're going to be lost as well, aren't you? Yeah, I thought so. So we're going to switch you over to the central loop-de-loop as well. And then we'll just replace the others with electric trains. And you're still trying to go the wrong way. Turn around, fella. There you go. So we've redeployed them a little bit earlier than anticipated, but yeah, it was going to happen. So now the next thing to do is electrify from Toledo down to the junction here. And then, of course, we can make the southeastern branch a electric route because we've electrified all the way to Midland, and that'll help with some of the grades they face. So let's go ahead and do that thing that I just said. So we want to upgrade to catenary, just for this track here, please. through the points. There you go. You're back on route now, or you're on a different route. You're on some sort of route. I really should put some signals down too before I get too far ahead of myself. Let's just go ahead and do all this. Boom diada. Down here. Yes, yes. And is this all electrified already? Will that connect up? I think so. I think we did all... Yeah, we've already done all this because obviously we've done it that way. So that's fine. Put some signals down before you forget. And then run to close some windows because the rain's going to start again in a minute. So go ahead and throw a couple down there. Obviously we'll need a couple down here. We've already got one there because I thought ahead. Drop one down there. At the other end you'll need one just in case. Not that any electric trains will be going that way for any time soon, but I like to have flexibility. And obviously we'll need two. Yeah, let's get rid of these dodgy old semaphores here. Yeah, bye-bye. New junction, new signals, etc, etc. Probably don't want one there, because if a train backs up across this crossing, yeah, that'd be bad. So instead we'll drop them down like that. Don't you sound good? Yeah, whistle away, my friend. Whistle to your heart's content. You're doing a good job. And let's go ahead. Which track is this? This is definitely this direction. We can put a signal in there. It just sort of hides behind the stanchion. So, yay. That's clearly an effective signal placement. It's an accident waiting to happen, really. Put this one down here. Drop one down here and here. I know, right? And we'll need another signal up here as well. Good. Excellent. So we've got the foundations for our new route set up. And we've also got our electrification extended into Toledo for the southeastern branch. So now we're down to 4 trains on this route. Let's go ahead and redeploy them because they're still perfectly serviceable. I'm going to send them on the central loop-to-loop because that is just ridiculously popular. And then we'll replace them with electric trains. Where's a good electric depot we can build at? Down here seems pretty convenient. So yeah, we'll go with the GG1. No, that's multiple units, dummy. We want electric locomotives. There we go. Because, yeah, everything else is European. Oh, something's complaining. Oh, face off. It's... How did you end up over here again? You silly trains. Well, let's fix that. Anyway, back to the depot. Good thing that happened in our own backyard. So we'll go the GG1. Now, I'm concerned these guys aren't making as much as they could be because of the cost of running the heavyweight cars. So again, I'm going to go with stainless steel ones, but this time for a bit of variety, we'll go the New Mexican ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we go 6? No, we'll go 5 for now. And we'll clone that train. We'll have 5 trains like we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that made a dent in the funds, didn't it? And we'll put you guys on the southeastern branch and hope that I haven't missed any electrification anywhere. Off you go. No, everyone's happy so far. This is good. This is good news. And then all that's left is to redeploy these guys. So where are you? You could not be further away from being redeployed. So we'll stick you up there. How about you? You are in a good position to be redeployed. How about you? You could not be further away as well. And how about you? Where are you? You are not doing too bad. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this clock forward off camera and sort of redeploy these trains so that they're back on the central loop-to-loop because, let's face it, that line could use all the extra trains it can get. And yeah, we'll be back in a jiff. Right, so welcome back. I have diverted all of those steam trains and corrected a couple of little whoopsies that I found in the process. I've missed a tiny bit of electrical wiring down at the junction there, so all the passenger trains were trying to divert via the goods yard, which they understandably were not happy about. But they're now running quite happily, and hopefully coming over here to pick up no one. Yeah, that was a line well built. Don't worry about that warning, that's just Tucson Sawmill. Any vehicles getting old that we actually need to upgrade on camera, or are these just more straight out replacements? I just do this off camera to save you guys having to deal with it. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of road vehicles up there. I just upgrade them to the latest version. You're really not missing too much excitement there. Yes, I'll just go ahead and do this after I finish recording. So now the last thing I wanted to do was to connect up Toledo to Laredo. Having put a bit of thought into it, I'm going to keep it as just a bit of a shuttle service from Mount Importance. I was going to try and connect it up to Visalia to make use of that extra platform, but I just don't know how we're going to go with this junction, because we can't really put it in at this end, so we'd have to put an extra platform in to make it work, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. However, now autosave's getting interrupted. That's fine. Didn't want to use the camera or anything. The issue becomes then trying to put the junction at this side with the town having expanded. You know what? We'd only have to knock down sort of those two and maybe that house there, so we can probably get away with it. Let's just price that out. Let's upgrade you to 4 tracks, please. How long are you? 200 meters. Where do I get these numbers from? 200 meters, 320. I'm just picking random numbers out of the back of my head, I guess. So let's go ahead and apply that update there. Cool. I'm hoping we can do this while still running trains through here. So we'll go ahead and whack another couple of tracks onto this bridge, because we're going to need... Oh, we're not even going to have to demolish any houses. That's impressive. Oh, one thing I did mean to do was add a second street connection as well, because the town is trying to expand up in this direction. So go ahead and add both there. And I want to upgrade the building too, because, yeah, I probably built it as a 1920s era one when I really should have built it as a 19 something or other. Some other date. More modern looking station. Although that's a matter of opinion. It's definitely rounder. Yeah, so that's a thing. Good. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to rejig the way these tracks are connected up, and then sort of move these 2 tracks into these 2 here, and then just move the junction down here. So I will have to hit pause for a second just to correct this and build the actual junction, because obviously it's going to play havoc with all of the trains we're trying to run. So this is the main line here, so connect that down like that, please. Very good. And then we're going to need to bring these points across here. Say 65, that should be all right. Yeah, you're going to snap in there. You're going to snap in nicely. That's how we do it. And then obviously I need to rejig this curve. And it was a nice looking curve. I really liked how that came down. But yeah, we're gonna have to fix it to make it make a bit more sense. So there you go. We are going to get to Visalia with this new line. And that should be fine there. Good. Okay, so we just need to rejig the terminals everyone's trying to use. You guys now need to be using 3 and 4. So if you could come into 4 and 4, and you guys come into 3, that should get rid of all the warnings. Yep, good old Tucson Sawmill having a sook again because the train hasn't been by in a little while. I don't really care. We can get rid of this signal here. This signal is... No, okay, here we go. This signal doesn't exist unless you look at it in the right direction. Drop another couple down like that. And then obviously we need to drop in a couple at the actual junction itself. So boom, boom, and boom. That should be all we need. And then we could probably chuck a couple up on the corner here like that. Now this line here should be a fairly straight shot across the landscape. So let's bring the old contour lines up again. Yeah, so I'm sort of aiming to get through the mountain over here and around the back of this chemical plant rather than trying to detour around the outside here. So this should be a fairly straightforward exercise. In fact, that's actually dead straight track, so that's perfect for fast trains. Apparently we're running electric trains on this line too. Who'd have thunk it? Now, if we want to get from this side of the mountain to the other side, what are you going to do? You're going to want to put one heck of a tunnel in, aren't you? Yeah, okay. I don't want to put that much of a tunnel in. I like actually seeing my trains run. So if you want to come up here a bit, yeah, there's a bit of a cutting there. That's not too bad. And we'll sort of try and punch through the mountain over here, I guess. So that's nice. The electric trains won't have any trouble with the hill, I'm sure. And we'll go ahead and run that through to the other side. Oh, we can actually get away with it without being a tunnel, apparently. I want the tunnel. I like the tunnel. It looks better than a big-ass cutting. Yeah, that looks a lot cooler. And then, yeah, we just come down the other side, and hopefully this connects up reasonably smooth. Yeah, it's not great. What if we bodge this curve here a bit and try it from here, bring it round a nice big sweeping bend. Yeah, about 150, that's okay. It's not great, but I can live with it. So we'll bring this around as much as we can snapped, and then obviously we're going to have to peel it off to come into the other platform like that. So that's, oh, look at that, the way the wires separate, that's perfect. Could not have asked for a more attractive appearance. The landscaping around the station, we should probably smooth out though, because we've made a mess. So we'll just politician that back out there, and then get rid of this little bump in the middle here, if we could. There we go. That's excellent. Sort of adjust this here a bit too. It's a bit ugly. It Uggs and uglies. There we go. Good. So all we got to do is throw some signals down, throw some trains down, and we're good to go. So obviously these are all going in this direction. So we're going to drop down signals here. We'll drop down a couple up here. And at the moment, this will be a passenger-only line. We'll see how we go as time goes on, whether we want to put any freight on here, because it's a nice quick line, and hopefully the passenger train should see some good high-speed running. And oh no, bit of a lag there. So that's okay. We can live with that. We can put the signal down. There we go. And yeah, hopefully this will give people a more direct route from this end of the world over to this end of the world without having to go all the way around via Columbus. Not Orlando. Orlando's a separate thing. That's fine. So we just need to price out some trains and find a convenient depot. And we have a convenient depot right here. Although it doesn't connect up to Visalia, so it's kind of useless. Where else do we have a convenient depot? We could build them here. They could find their way up to man importance that way. That's fine. We'll just build them down there. Just take them a little while to get going. Now, I don't want to have a second pink line on this track because that would just be confusing. So let's go with this nice sort of... No, that's not really a nice colour. That's a nice colour. We'll go with this one. So start at Mount Importance. Work your way down to Toledo, please. And then you can swing directly through Laredo and then connect up to Visalia as well. So, I mean, that makes Laredo a nice interchange for people going any which way. We can get rid of this. And yeah, that way we've got a direct connection from Toledo to Visalia because I think, what's the current line do? The current line goes Toledo, Columbus, and then straight on to Midland. So, you know, that's just two birds, one stone, really. And we'll call this the... Oh, God knows. I guess we'll call it the Southern Explorer. Let's call it the Southern Explorer. Because it's sort of crossing new territory that we really haven't, I guess, explored yet. That's better to still be Tucson Sawmill, it is. Now we're going to go the G1 again, because it's, well, probably the best electric engine we can build at the moment that's not European. And how are we going to go for carriages? I guess we'll go the Streamline New Mexicans again. They look alright. We've built plenty of the daylight ones. And we'll start off with 5 trains on this route, which depletes the bank balance a bit, but let's face it, we've got the money. So you guys are the Southern Explorer. Off you go. Onwards. Yeah. The game's on pause, so we're not going to get him to emerge from the depot just yet. Now we will. Which side's the sun on? It's right on the nose, isn't it? No. Of course it makes life difficult. Now I know... What's wrong with the line? Could not connect all stations. Well, you connected it up 30 seconds ago. So you know how I always forget to electrify things? I forgot to electrify into Mount Importance, didn't I? And... No, it is electrified into Visalia, so that's not a problem. Yeah, I gone done stuffed up. Now, why can't you get from here to Toledo? Have I missed electrification somewhere there? Was it this bit that yeah, this bit right at the end. Okay, I gone done stuffed up, so I'm just going to correct that, and I'll be back in a jiff to watch our train emerge from the depot. Okay, well, I've fixed up all of my little whoops-a-daisies there, and we've got our first train rolling out of the depot down at, where are we? Columbus. We're probably at Columbus. Yeah, that's a majestic-looking train. Roll on, my friend, roll on. Go forth and make us some coin. And, oh look, there's another one down here at the station. Yeah, so I think these heavyweight cars actually cost more to run. So you're 2.79 million a year to run as opposed to 2.43. So yeah, these carriages here are probably a better fit for the electric engines given how expensive they are to run. Which I think in itself is unusual because I thought electricity was cheap. Why are you smoking out the top too? You're not a diesel engine. One thing I noticed before too while I was doing my fly around is we're not getting much grain down here, and I'm not sure if that's just because we don't have a good frequency of trucks up here, or if it's just the farms are being really stingy with providing stuff to us. Yeah, I mean he's only got, what, 4 cattle? How much are you carrying? 6 cattle? I don't get it. I don't get why these farms are not going great guns because they're providing this food processing plant down here. It's yeah, mystery of life. But that mystery and many more we will have to solve another time, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's more than enough for today. And as always, I would like to thank you for your company. This has been Transport Fever on the American free game map. We do have some sort of traffic jam over here. God knows what's going on here. It's just, this is one of our diverted trains heading for the central loop-de-loop, who's obviously decided to shortcut through the freight station. And it's just not going well at all. But we'll pick this up again next week, folks. I've been T-Nick. This has been Transport Fever. See you all next time. Later days.